Fire extinguishers. OSHA Occupational Safety and Health Administration. Portable fire extinguishers 29 CFR 1910.157. The requirements of this section apply to the placement, use, maintenance, and testing of portable fire extinguishers provided for the use of employees. Fire triangle. In order to understand how fire extinguishers work, you first need to know a little bit about fire. 4 things must be present at the same time in order to produce fire. Enough oxygen to sustain combustion. Enough heat to raise the material to its ignition temperature. Some sort of fuel or combustible material. The chemical, exothermic reaction that is fire. Take a look at the following diagram, called the fire triangle. Oxygen, heat, and fuel are frequently referred to as the fire triangle. Add in the 4th element, the chemical reaction, and you actually have a fire tetrahedron. The important thing to remember is, take any of these 4 things away, and you will not have a fire, or the fire will be extinguished. Essentially, fire extinguishers put out fire by taking away one or more elements of the fire triangle/tetrahedron. Fire safety, at its most basic, is based upon the principle of keeping fuel sources and ignition sources separate. Classification of fire extinguishers. Not all fuels are the same, and if you use the wrong type of fire extinguisher on the wrong type of fuel, you can, in fact, make matters worse. It is therefore very important to understand the 4 different classifications of fuel. Classification A: ordinary combustibles like wood, paper, cloth, etc. Classification B: flammable liquids like grease, oil, paint, solvents. Classification C: live electrical equipment like electrical panel, motor, wiring, etc. Classification D: combustible metal like magnesium, aluminum, etc. Classification K: commercial cooking equipment like cooking oils, animal fats, vegetable oils. Types of fire extinguishers. Water, used on paper, wood, coal, cardboard, and other solid fuel fires. Foam, used on solid fuel fires as well as flammable liquids. Powder, used on any kind of fire except for Class F cooking oils. CO2, used on flammable liquids and electrical fires. Wet chemical, used on cooking oil fires as well as combustible solid materials.
Hey there, we're coming to you from FireGuard U. Today we'd like to talk about fire extinguishers. Fire extinguishers can be your first line of defense to completely extinguish a small fire or give you enough time to exit the building safely. However, it's important to know the different classifications of fires and the proper extinguisher to use on them to be effective. The first classification is an A-class fire. These are common combustibles such as wood, paper, and cloth. Second class is a B-class fire, which are flammable liquids and gases such as gasoline, propane, or solvents. Third class is a C-class, which is live electrical equipment, such as computers, faxes, or service panels. A D-class fire is combustible metals, such as magnesium, lithium, and titanium. The last class is a K-class fire, which involves cooking mediums, such as cooking oil and fats. Now let's talk about the correct extinguisher to fight these classifications. The most common extinguisher is a ABC dry chemical extinguisher. This is a multi-purpose extinguisher that will extinguish a Class A, B, and C class fire. The CO2 fire extinguisher is a non-conductive clean agent for extinguishing B and C class fires. The water mist fire extinguisher is most popular with hospitals, museums, and required for all pool chemical storage rooms. Halotron is a clean, non-conductive gaseous agent suitable for Class B and C fires. This is the best unit to protect against sensitive equipment. The Class K extinguisher is specifically designed to extinguish kitchen fires involving cooking oils and greases. This unit is to be used in conjunction with a pre-engineered hood system. I hope this helps you understand the basics of fire extinguishers. If you'd like more information on fire extinguishers, need service, inspection, or would like to purchase new units, please see our link below to contact FireGuard directly. Thank you.
Anatomy of a fire extinguisher. 1. Discharge lever. 2. Discharge locking pin and seal. 3. Discharge hose. 4. Discharge nozzle. 5. Discharge orifice. 6. Pressure gauge, not found on CO2 extinguishers. 7. Carrying handle. 8. Data plate. 9. Body. Rules for fighting fires. Fires can be very dangerous, and you should always be certain that you will not endanger yourself or others when attempting to put out a fire. For this reason, when a fire is discovered, sound the alarm. If you discover or suspect a fire, sound the building fire alarm. If there is no alarm in the building, warn the other occupants by knocking on doors and shouting as you leave. Leave the building, try to rescue others only if you can do so safely. Move away from the building and out of the way of the fire department. Don't go back into the building until the fire department says it is safe to do so. Call the fire department, dial 911. Give as much information as possible to the emergency dispatcher. Never fight a fire if you don't know what is burning, you don't know what type of extinguisher to use. Even if you have an ABC extinguisher, there may be something in the fire which is going to explode or produce highly toxic smoke. Chances are, you will know what's burning, but if you don't, let the fire department handle it. The fire is spreading rapidly beyond the spot where it started. The time to use an extinguisher is in the incipient, or beginning, stages of a fire. If the fire is already spreading quickly, it is best to simply evacuate the building, closing doors and windows behind you as you leave. The final rule is to always position yourself with an exit or means of escape at your back before you attempt to use an extinguisher to put out a fire. In case the extinguisher malfunctions, or something unexpected happens, you need to be able to get out quickly, and you don't want to become trapped. Just remember, always keep an exit at your back. How to use a fire extinguisher. 1. Pull the pin. 2. Aim the nozzle. 3. Squeeze the handle. 4. Sweep from side to side.
P. Pull the pin so that you're able to discharge the extinguisher. A. Aim the extinguisher nozzle at the base of the fire. S. Squeeze the lever to discharge the extinguishing agent. Releasing the lever will stop the discharge. S. Sweep. Pointing the extinguisher at the base of the fire, move the extinguisher from left to right or back and forth in a sweeping motion until the fire is out. When the fire is out, continue to watch the fire to ensure the fire does not ignite once again. If the fire comes back, repeat the pass method. Recap. P. Pull the pin. A. Aim. S. Squeeze. And S. Sweep.
A new warning about fire extinguishers. Not knowing how old yours is or how to use it could put your family at risk. ABC's Gio Benitez is back joining us from the Morris County Public Safety Training Academy in New Jersey. Good morning, Gio.
Hey, Robin, good morning to you. Listen, fire extinguishers can stop those small fires from turning into raging infernos. And really, you just buy them, you forget about them, you put them under your sink, you don't touch them again until you need it. So do you know how to use these things? Will they even work? We're going to put them to the test in just a moment, but first, take a look at this. We're in Morris Township, New Jersey, going door to door with the local fire department, making sure residents and their fire extinguishers are good to go in the event of a blaze. I'm Gio. We're with Good Morning America.
Hi, Gio. Hi, I'm Mel.
While everyone we meet does have a fire extinguisher,
You have it right here by the door. You know exactly where it is.
just having one isn't always enough, and now we're putting residents to the test. First up, expiration dates. Experts say you need to replace an extinguisher every 10 years, and here's why. Ron Stanziali has a perfectly good extinguisher in his kitchen, but out in his garage.
Uh-oh. Take a look at that. This one's in the red. When was the last time you checked this one?
I don't know.
Is this possible? 1981?
Yes.
That's right. His extinguisher is 36 years old.
You want to test it out?
Outside, our fire team setting up a controlled blaze. He squeezes the handle, but its pressure gone.
Nothing. Didn't work. Now when you look at that and you think, oh boy, if there was a fire in the garage, you'd be in trouble.
Very much so.
1981, and unlike a bottle of wine, it doesn't get better with age.
Also crucial, location. Experts say fire extinguishers need to be easily accessible. Definitely not under the kitchen sink, where we found Meredith Kimball's.
All right, so here it is, under the sink.
Under the sink.
In the event of a kitchen fire, Chief Jesse Carr says you might never get to it.
So basically you want it away from the stove, where the fire might actually start.
Yes.
Not only that, but we realize the safety pin, it's missing, compromising its integrity. We place a brand new one close to an exit, a safe distance from any harmful flames.
Come on
Go
in.
inside.
Down the block, we meet Dana LaSalvia, mother of two. Hers also under the sink. But her issue, she admits she doesn't know how to use it.
Let's test it.
Sure enough, when the heat is on, she doesn't pull the pin, wasting valuable time.
I don't even know how to.
After 20 critical seconds, she finally figures it out.
It was hairy there for a second because you didn't know how to use this.
Right.
You didn't know that you had to pull the pin out first.
Right.
So experts say there's a simple acronym to remember, PASS, P-A-S-S. Pull the pin, you're gonna aim, you're gonna squeeze, and you're gonna sweep at the base of the fire.
But if you're not comfortable or you can't put it out in 30 seconds or less, just get out.
So don't try to be the hero.
Do not try to be the hero. Let the fire department handle it. They're equipped, obviously, and trained to handle larger fires.
You're going home with two.
Kidda equipping all of our families with 2 brand new fire extinguishers, one suited to tackle those small fires in your home.
You get a new extinguisher out of the whole deal.
How do you like that?
And so you hear that noise there in the background. We're going to give you a demo in just a moment, but I want to show you this because it's important. You see this? You want to make sure your fire extinguisher has a gauge. You want to make sure that it's in the green just like this, that it's ready to go. Check that every month. But guess what? If it's 10 years old, Robin, just get rid of it, get a new one. You want to make sure it works.
Yeah, good advice there. So, you know, we all know fires can get out of hand so quickly. So when do you know to call the fire department?
Well, Robin, you always want to go ahead and call 911 right away, no matter the fire. Get everyone safely out of the house. But if you have a small fire, perhaps like a stovetop, you want to remember that acronym PASS, P-A-S-S. You want to go ahead and pull the pin. You want to aim at the base of the fire. You want to squeeze, and you just want to sweep. And when it is out, you want to go ahead and get out of that room right away, out of that house, and get to 911. Call them right away.
Yeah, small fire, not the fire that we just saw you when it's a smaller fire like that. Is there something else we should look for on the fire extinguisher? Is there some marking we should look for?
Yeah, you always want to go ahead and look for this UL listed here. You see that?
Yeah.
That means it is certified, it is ready to go, so you want to go ahead and look for that.
All right, Gio, thanks.